found a great campground. Lots of people know about, tons of videos on here about this campground. Was absolutely shocked. We got there and it wasn't completely, absolutely, utterly crowded. It was actually fairly empty. Now, having said that, they were calling for lots of rain this weekend, so I'm sure there were plenty of cancellations. But this campground was amazing. The site, this is probably the largest campsite we've stayed on in any state, local, private, any park, any huge area. The parking for the camper was not so huge. So if you're one who's in a large RV, this, you might be careful. However, if you're one who goes and you got a smaller RV and you want to sit up outside, you've got tons of room. This campsite, Bandy Creek in Big South Fork. Now, you know, it's far enough away from everything that it was kind of great, actually. Jamestown is not too far away. It's about 20 miles from Jamestown and about 12 miles from Oneida. I suggest go to Jamestown. Oneida, just, there wasn't much there. There's a Walmart in Oneida. The liquor store didn't even have any kind of beer selection at all. So it was really, really a waste of my time to go up there, and not a great looking town. Can't really give it a thumbs up at all. Jamestown, on the other hand, when I went there, they had, of course, I'm a brewery guy, and Sawbrier Brewery is there, which if you are going there, Sawbrier is on the lower end of the hill and there's a winery on top of it, so they're both on the same basic property. When we went there, wife went up to the winery for a little while. I went down to the brewery. It's got a nice pond out back, nice view. They got a big stage set up. Would absolutely 100% recommend it. So great place within 30 miles of Bandy Creek. Now, when we get into the park, it's basically a continuation of Red River Gorge. So I won't even say it's almost there. It's on par with Red River Gorge. Some of the hiking was great. They had two of the largest arches in Daniel Boone National Forest is actually in Big South Fork, and we saw them and they're in the video. You can check those out. Short hike. It was 3/4 of a mile in, 3/4 of a mile out. It's a loop trail generally, but they were doing some work on the steps, but just an awesome, great trail. Everything's maintained well. Quite a drive. There's a lot of gravel roads going back in the middle. I got to see a bear. No one believed me, but as I'm driving in, I saw it crossing the road. Aha. They can believe me if they want. Very dark park. I was really excited about this park for the fact that it is a dark skies park. It's got a dark skies viewing area at the visitor center, or the amphitheater there. You know, everything's set up with the red lights so it doesn't pollute and all that good stuff. And it would probably be amazing. Problem is, all weekend was overcast and cloudy, so you couldn't even see the sky. And with that overcast and cloud, it was absolutely pitch black everywhere. So, I mean, you could see absolutely nothing. I can't wait to go back there. I really want to make sure that we're there for good weather and actually be able to see everything about it, because it was so incredible. I really thought this park was upper level. The one thing I'll give Big South Fork that Red River Gorge is missing, that is a good campground. I'm talking a phenomenal campground, and this is a very large campground. We stayed at Bandy Creek this time. Next time I want to try Blue Heron. Guys, tell me below, are there more? There's several campgrounds I know in the park, so if I'm missing something, get below and let me know. Where should I go? Because Bandy Creek was amazing. I really want to see the area around Blue Heron, the mining camp and that kind of stuff, so I kind of want to stay up there. Seems to be a lot of things in that area on the Kentucky side. The cons of Bandy Creek, and coming from where we did, we had to drive Tennessee back roads. And I don't know how many times you drive them, but Tennessee back roads are atrocious. I mean, their main roads, if they're not on an interstate, are very bad. They're extremely narrow. Seldom do you have enough. So when you're pulling a large camper, you know, you're right on the edge. You're going to go through the hills. We went through at least 2 or 3 narrow bridges you had to watch for. A couple 13% grades or higher. Several, you know, 7 or 8% grades. Again, this is a pretty rough terrain that we're going through. So be ready for that. If you're coming in from the Oneida side, be ready for some hairpin turns going down that hill. I mean, there's a couple of them pretty sharp. Now, if you're coming in from the Jamestown side, maybe a couple, but not bad at all. Honestly, it's much easier drive from the entrance, the west entrance to Bandy Creek, than the east entrance to Bandy Creek. So if you are questioning which side to go into the Jamestown side. Nicer. Other than that, guys, check it out. We did a little hiking. Didn't hit a lot of breweries. Camp Store did have some good beers. We tried those. Had a good time. Can't wait to do it again. Wish it was a little better weather, but hey, sometimes it happens. So, got a couple videos coming up from it. One, what's the best camping beer? Wait for that one. And this one, of course, give me a subscription. Hit that notification bell. Let me know what you want to see. Where should I go next? Here at the visitor center, you can look in the back. There's some stables. Evidently, there's a lot of horse trails here too. We'll check out this visitor center. Let's see what's inside. Okay.
What's in here? And check out the interpretation education videos.
Yep. So they got the bike stand too. Let's see. So we're camping right there. It's a camp store, which they've also got stables here. Kind of different. The camp store, like on the other side of the visitor center, is far away from the campground as any of it. I must assume I think there's a group camps over on this side, so that might be the reason why. Pond over there, but notice how all the lights are red. So this is a Dark Skies Park, and the amphitheater is a viewing area. We decided we would get on the bikes and go to this John Litton farm. It's got about a mile left. Now, trail don't look bad, but we're in shorts right now, and it looks to be grown up enough that I'm not walking that one. But up to right here, it's a drivable path. Right on the bike, no problem at all. If you get to this point, you go to the bottom, pretty steep. I think you can go ahead and walk around down there. It's a little quicker. Looks like there's a short path you can walk, but you can't bike all the way to it. I was hoping we could bike all the way down, but it didn't work out. So, sorry folks, Twin Arches Loop is closed. The moose out front should have told you. That's okay, the out and back's ready. We're going that way.
Video of us walking down the path.
Wow. And then I could see you too, but
This is cool.
all the rhododendrons sticking out the side of it.
Take me 30 minutes to get back up out of them, but this descent, honestly, is better to be straight like this.
This is going to be much better coming out, believe it or not. Going down early, because wore out hurts going downhill like. It's a big arch. Holy shit.